because life ain't fair. Life is hard, man. It is not fair.
You don't need to hate everything. I hate this, I hate that. That's the misuse of your hate.
Steve Harvey empowers individuals to take charge of their lives, emphasizing the power of personal choice.
There's times I felt like giving up. I mean, no matter who you are, if you have a goal in life, everybody has a turn back moment. Everybody has a crossroad. If you haven't been at it, it's coming. You can either decide to continue or to quit.
Jim Rohn delves into the wisdom of antiquity, highlighting two impactful words that shape our destinies.
There's two great words of antiquity everybody should learn. Here they are, one's positive and one's negative. And we studied a bit about that yesterday. Positive, negative. Here's the positive word from antiquity. Behold. That's the positive word. Behold the possibilities, behold the opportunity, behold the future and give it design.
Les Brown urges the audience to transform goals and dreams into tangible realities through strategic planning.
Remember, it seemed like it was just yesterday when it was January the 1st and we made resolutions, and studies indicate that only 8 out of 100 people kept their resolutions and made the goals and dreams they set for themselves become a reality.
Jim Rohn distinguishes between the positive power of behold and the cautionary nature of beware.
Behold, spring has come. Behold, the day has arrived. And the sun is shining and the shadows are fleeing away. Behold, the next person you can meet might be your friend for life. Behold, the next person might be a colleague forever. Behold, that's the positive word, behold. Now, here's the negative word, beware.
Steve Harvey inspires by making dreams larger than fears, a mindset that propels him forward.
But what I did was, I made all of my dreams bigger than my fears. So when I felt like quitting, the results would have been devastating to the goal I was trying to attain. See, I was so sick of being poor. My motivation was, I was just exhausted from poverty.
Jim Rohn warns against obsession, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a rational perspective.
All of our lives, we have to deal with behold and beware. When a kid goes to school, it's behold the opportunity and beware the dangers. Behold and beware. So beware of what you become, pursuing what you want. Some things I went for in the very beginning cost me too much. I got so obsessed with some things that I found out later the price was too big to pay. If I would have known better, I never would have paid. But sometimes we learn when? After. So don't become so obsessed with something that you lose your sense of reason or it costs you your friends. Don't be so obsessed with something that you compromise your virtues and your values.
Steve Harvey shares his journey of overcoming hardships by deciding to move beyond challenging times.
I was sick of living in my car. I've been living in my car for 3 years. I was sick of not having money. I was sick of not having a bathroom, a front door. And so for me to quit, and see, that's what people do. People quit when it's at their hardest moment. But if it's at your hardest moment, why would you quit? Somebody sent me a plaque one time that said, if you're going through hell, why stop there? I mean, think about it. If you're going through hell, why stop there? You in hell. Move, keep going. And I just could not see myself not being successful. And so since I was already at my lowest point, how much lower can I go? I figured if I quit, I'd go lower than that. I didn't need that. So I just, but my faith, my mother being a Sunday school teacher, teaching me about prayer and God, that was really helpful to me, So I just, I wanted it. I just, can I tell you something? If you really want to be successful, you gotta have a lot of dog in you. You gotta be mean sometimes. because life ain't fair. Life is hard, man. It is not fair. Like you have happen to you that just, you go, man, why this happened? Because life ain't fair. But life ain't fair to nobody. You just gotta fight through, man. You gotta bite back sometime. It's like haters. When you get haters, you know, people's opinion of you is none of your business. I have lots of haters. They on the internet all the time. But who are they though? They don't even know me. People who are haters on the internet, I call them thumb gangsters.
T.D. Jakes reflects on the conflicts that arise when pursuing greatness and the crowning moments it brings.
He's in a dilemma now, and he is fighting. He is fighting. His greatness is coming out. It's crowning. And when greatness crowns, it creates conflict because it does not crown when you have been placed in the position. It crowns before. You're rich before you got the money. You're educated before you got the degree. You're a preacher before they ordain you. You're a leader before you get the job. You're a visionary before you become a CEO. You're a wife before you get married. You're a husband before you find the woman. If you're not that before, you won't be after. So you have to go through a period of displacement where you have vision to function on a level and don't have opportunity, which creates frustration.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Because you say, I feel this with everything I got inside of me, but nothing outside has acknowledged me on the level that I think on, and you don't feel appreciated because your thoughts are up here and your situation.
Jim Rohn dissects the sources of unhappiness, providing insights into personal well-being.
The story says Judas got the money. You say, well, that's a success story. No. It's true, 30 pieces of silver was a sizable sum of money, but it was not a success story. His name was Judas. Doesn't that ring a bell? It makes all the difference in the world. Judas got the money. Here's something interesting about the story of Judas. After he got the money, he was unhappy. Someone says, well, if you had a fortune in your hand, why would you be unhappy? And here's the key. He was not unhappy with the money. He was unhappy with himself. Here's a key phrase. The greatest source of unhappiness is self-unhappiness. It's not from outside the things that make us unhappy. The greatest devastating unhappiness is to be unhappy with yourself. Now, a mild form of unhappiness is constructive. The desperate form of unhappiness is destructive. It's like worry. We should all worry a little, but not let it destroy our lives.
Les Brown underscores the necessity of acquiring a set of skills for living a fulfilling life.
I want to talk to people who are ambitious. I want to talk to people to listen to me that are not willing to settle for life as it is. I want to talk to people who want to live life. It's one thing to survive, but what it takes to live, that requires a different set of skills. So one thing that I'm encouraging you to do, that I'm doing, is I'm taking time to work on me and to get to know more about me. Because if you don't know who you really are, as opposed to the kind of person you were before the world got its hands on you, if you don't know that and you've bought into the culture that is designed to destroy your sense of self, when you don't have a sense of self, when you don't have a strong identity, that takes away your purpose and the meaning of your life. And that puts you on a path of self-destructive behavior.
So it's called caution, but not undue caution. It's called fear and worry, but not the worry that kills you, not the worry that destroys you. It's like hate. You don't need to hate your job. Save your hate for the important things like evil, like the that attack your garden, like the diabolical ideas that try to entice your children. You don't need to hate everything. I hate this, I hate that. That's the misuse of your hate. Save it for the things we really must hate. But this is so important now to beware. Judas was so unhappy, he tried to take the money back. They said, with you, we got what we wanted, you got what you wanted out. They threw him out with his money. Now he becomes so desperate, he goes out and himself for what he did. He became a traitor. So that's the caution now. If Judas could speak back to us in any kind of clear language, here's what he might say. Beware of what you become in pursuit of what you want. Don't sell out. It's not worth it.
Have you ever tried to help people who don't even appreciate the help you're trying to give them? And there you are trying to make a difference in their life, and the very people you're trying to help are giving you the most hell you ever had in all of your life, because you have never been hurt till you get hurt by somebody you're trying to help. Oh, I wish I had somebody who'd been misunderstood. I wish I had somebody who was trying to do a good thing, and every time you tried to do something good, things got worse instead of better. The more Moses tried to help people, the bigger mess he found himself in. He's got a man buried in the sand, and he's out there in another fight, and before he can get out of this, here comes that. And before he can straighten out that, here comes something else. Look like every 24 hours, a new kind of fight breaks out in your life. Is there anybody in church today that every time you turn around, scared to answer the phone, scared to open up your own email, you say, Lord, if another fight breaks out in my life, I got fighting on the inside. I got fighting on the outside. I got fighting in my personal life. I got, oh God, I'm talking for somebody. I don't even know who it is.
So as you look at yourself, take the time and ask yourself, as you are living this life that you're living, is this me? Is this working for me? You ever been in a relationship where the relationship was working for the other person, but it wasn't working for you? You were in a relationship with somebody that's always there when they need you, but when you need them, they can't be found. It's a time for self-awareness. It's a time to elevate your relationships and your knowledge and your skills and the value that you bring. New beginnings. We always have a choice. Every day represents something that we can claim and say, I'm going to make the rest of my life the best of my life.
If you give up, you know exactly what's going to happen. Nothing. But if you can just manage to wake up tomorrow and just see what tomorrow brings. If it don't bring what you want tomorrow, if you can wake up one more day and see what tomorrow brings. Because here's the one thing about it. The reason God wakes you up in the morning is because he still has something for you. If God was through with you, you wouldn't wake up no more. So as long as you keep waking up, it's because God has something for you. So as long as I wake up, I just look for it. I say, okay, God, what is it today? It might be a challenge, it might be a test, or it might be the win. But either way, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. And if I wake up tomorrow, that's a good sign that he ain't through with me yet.